I love hunting in the mountains. Beautiful places that are full of wild game, which is why getting in the mountains is one of my favorite things to do. Depending on where you are, there's a variety of game that you can hunt. Sheep, mule deer, elk being some of the most popular. Like anywhere else in the world, these game animals need to be managed. Their habitat needs to be monitored, along with their predators. Mountain lions are extraordinary predators. It's said they can take down at least one mule deer a week. That's why I'm doing my part and heading to Utah to fill a mountain lion tag. Hunting mountain lions is not an easy task. Steep mountains, changing weather conditions, and an animal that you rarely ever see. It's not a hunt with high success rates. This makes the tools you use along the way even more important. We have a few different vehicles to get us through any type of terrain or weather condition we might encounter. I'll be hunting with my Savage rifle, and most importantly, we have some awesome dogs. I'm new to hunting with dogs, but I'm interested to see how they work and the difference they make for us chasing these lions.
One of the biggest things people have misconception about hound hunting is they think that our dogs are abused or mistreated, or that they're basically like pit bulls in the fighting ring, that we're pretty rough on them, but these dogs are pretty spoiled and they love what they do. It's just a job, and I don't think they'd rather be doing anything else than being out hunting.
No, they're pretty excited.
They're pretty excited and they get pretty well treated.
Is there a certain breed of dog you guys like to use, or do you guys kind of have a mixed bag of what you use to run the lions? Or
yeah, most everything we have is mostly mixed. What we found out here in the West is that the purebreds just don't do as well as the mixed dogs. It seems like the mixed breeds are a little bit tougher.
Like their feet, or
yeah, their feet are better. It just seems like
stronger.
But
what's an old dog that's out hunting?
Well, like for lions, they can go a lot longer. I mean, about 8 or 9 is about as long as they're real good. But for bears, when they're 4 or 5, that's when they're in their prime. Because bears, it takes a lot faster dog. But for lions, it doesn't take quite a fast dog. You need a smarter dog.
Gotcha.
The cats are pretty smart, and so the dogs get a lot more experience, and the older dogs are invaluable because they get that experience.
Gotcha.
They have the learning the tricks and stuff.
The oldest dog you got in the truck right now, how many cats do you think he's caught?
Oh, probably 200.
Really?
Yeah. So we catch 25 a year on average.
Gotcha.
So something like that. So,
wow. Well, 201.
Yeah.
Because we're going to get one later today.
Yep.
These dogs work to live and live to work. In all honesty, they're just like your lab you take duck hunting. They love what they do, and they are the most effective tool for hunting in this type of terrain. Without them, it'd be near impossible to effectively hunt mountain lions. Well, we're going to go cut tracks. We're actually going to leave most of the gear down here and the dogs, and just get on the ATVs and go up these canyons. They said we got to get in this where there's still some snow in the canyons to try to see if we can find a track. Maybe we can find one. If we do, we're going to come back down here and get the dogs and load up and see what we can make happen. Here we go. The dogs are obviously the most important tool on a hunt like this, but you can't just stop at the bottom of the mountain and let them out and expect success. So the first thing we're doing is hopping on an ATV and trying to cut some fresh lion tracks. Once we cut a fresh set of tracks, that's when the dogs come in. They could tree a lion in the first mile, or it could be 20 miles. That's why GPS collars are so important to keep an eye on your dogs. In the meantime, you're back on some sort of snow machine or ATV looking for more tracks as you circle around to where the dogs are running. Found some tracks. Would that be a pretty good sized cat?
It's pretty decent, Tom, yeah. Yep. On his back of his pad,
yeah,
it's got 3 humps. So like a dog doesn't have those 3 humps.
Right.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there.
Right there, there's 1 hump, 2, and 3. They've got 3 humps on the back of their pad. This right here is a female, young female that's been living in here. She stepped in there.
How do you know that's a female track?
Just the size of it.
Okay.
It's the smaller track.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's just
so there's 2 cats in here. You're kind of looking. You know they're in here.
Yep.
So we're trying to find that big Tom track. And
yep. They've been in here all year.
Are the males hanging out with the females right now, or?
They're looking for them. Yep. They'll trail them. Sometimes they'll be right behind them. They'll be 2 to 3 days behind them. Sometimes a week. You just never know.
Maybe we can take one of them out and save a few elk and deer.
Exactly.
Here we go. Where we're going. They put that first dog's nose right in the track right there, and he started barking and took off, and they're all going. So Might take them a couple minutes, but yeah, they think the track's from yesterday afternoon, so I don't know how fresh it's gonna be. We'll see.
Once the dogs are loose, that's when the fun begins. The dogs could run 5 miles or 30 miles in any direction. The GPS collars give you a good idea where the dogs are going, and you have to find a way to get there. Fortunately, the guys have all sorts of snow machines and ATVs, but in these mountains, that doesn't always get you close. You're still hiking, climbing, and just trying not to get stuck.
They were out scouting for us yesterday before we got up here and got this snowmobile stuck up here, so we come up here to help them get it out. The snow's a little deep. And he's already dug it all out. Doesn't even look stuck, but if I can get it cranked, we'll get out of here. Just gotta have the right guy pull on it.
On that side, I put the throttle and lift.
It's a little more stuck than we thought it was. It doesn't look that stuck when you just walk up here. My son will be having a blast in this crap. Oh! Oh shit.
You got a little bit of snow.
That is not funny at all. Whoa, it's cold. Whoa, it's cold. I mean, it's running. Not cool. No one seems very concerned that I've got water running down my butt crack from the snow melting down my hood. All right, well, I don't know if we got time to try anything else today or not. 4 o'clock. I know I've got some wet back issues from all the snow going down my hood. We're learning all the ins and outs of cat hunting, and one thing is for sure, you get stuck a lot in the snow. They smell it. They took off. Hopefully that means this track's fairly fresh, maybe.
A little deep.
We just gonna let them run a bit, or do we want to get in there? Or what
Yeah, we're gonna let them run a little bit. They're gonna kind of do their thing at first. There's not much we can do to help them right here at the moment.
They're already going around that bend.
Yeah, unless they have a loss, then we'll kind of go in to help them. But we'll let them do their job and then kind of go from there.
Finally, the dogs are out and we're hunting. While the dogs are on the track, we drive around to head them off, in case they tree the lion, and we're also looking for fresh tracks. Unfortunately, just because we're on fresh tracks doesn't mean we'll get our lion today. A lot can happen before these dogs get close to the lion, and it's easy for the dogs to lose the track. But if we can keep them on something fresh, it really increases our odds.
He cut the track of one of the cats up here in the dirt on this rock face. It looks like he went up and around. The dogs are up in around this bend here about 350 yards, trying to get them to come back down here to us. See if we can put them back on the track. Those other poor guys been chasing them dogs the whole time. They're getting some miles in. Where I live, we call that really steep, but in Utah, apparently that's not very steep. That's the sound we've been waiting on for a couple days. That dog up there has definitely got something treed, and on the GPS, he's ready to go. There's the other two. I think they've treed 2 different mountain lions, because down here we had 2 tracks. We're trying to make a plan, because it's going to be. I mean, if you look at this ridge, it's going to be crazy to get up there. Those dogs are going to be tired. They started way back here, went up all the way around this mountain. I can't even imagine. That would take more than a day for a human to walk, if not longer than that. Let's go get them.
I'm gonna stick to my guns. Without hounds, this hunt would be nearly impossible. They ran these cats 4 to 5 miles at the tops of these mountains through extremely difficult terrain, and now they have them bayed up. We have to find a way up there.
You ready? This is gonna be a fun hike.
This is the sound we've been waiting on. So.
Yeah, that's true.
They could have treated them a little lower.
Should have gone.
Vertical, here we go. Watch yourself, Jacob. Big rock coming. That could hurt. There's a big cave right here, and the dog sounds like he's a mile away, and he's only 40 yards away on the GPS. This could get interesting. It's a drop back. Action's clear.
To the right, her nose is right there. She's right by the right rock. Her nose is right there. Get her head. Look at her.
So our dog's treed up top of this thing. We were hoping it was right here. We saw this cave. I was talking about down below. Mountain lion's gonna be in there. In the mountain lion, and there's a bear. There's a sow in there with cubs. It's so dark in there and so bright out here. It's hard for us to film it, but she's like 15 yards away, sitting there looking at us. It's a dark hole, so it's hard to see in there. She don't like us being here. Good thing she's a little docile. Were you able to get it?
I think so.
I'm gonna go take a picture with my flash on my phone.
It works. I like how they send the cameraman. I like how they send the cameraman real close. Oh,
She's moving around pretty good.
I'm getting behind it.
She's definitely up and moving, so. Yeah, you can hear the babies in there. It's crazy. It's pretty cool. Here she comes, Jacob. Jacob. She started coming out. Time to go. Let's go get this mountain lion. And the cat's up there on this ledge. We're gonna have to mountain climb to get to this thing. And now the fun starts. This is what the guy just said. I'm not sure I agree. Nothing to hold on to. Oh.
Watch out. Heads up.
Send the gun up. Gun is unloaded. The Savage, you'll be all right. And you asked me why I use Savage rifles and Bushnell optics. You're about to see. Don't try this at home. These are professional idiots doing this. All right, it's gonna bounce a little bit. All right, I'm going up that crack. Yeah, I probably can't. All right, we made it up here. We're right on top of the mountain. We're at the summit. And the cat literally off the ledge right here. We gotta get around the corner to be able to see it. I can see the cat's head right there on the ledge. He's gotta get that dog out of the way. It's almost too close. You see its head right there? We good? I don't see it.
All right, I'm gonna let the dog go.
All right. Will he get him again?
Yeah. He'll catch it here.
That was a little crazy. Cat broke loose there because we pulled the dog off. That was pretty close to a mountain lion. Can't say I've ever done that. All right, we got to bait up, retreat again. I don't know, right over this lip. We got to hurry.
Back! Don't shoot until I tell you.
Yes, sir. It's right here. You see it? Right here. He's got to get that dog out of the way. It's almost too close. Just tell me when I can shoot. We good? You good? You good, Jacob? mountain lion down. Like he was saying earlier, the adventure is not what we just did shooting them. It's getting up here and finding them and putting all this together. And that dog right there is the man. I got a mountain lion. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it very much.
No problem. Congratulations. That was a heck of a hike up through those rocks.
Well, it is. And we got a heck of a hike to get back to him, I think. But I don't know if we can see him from here, but I don't know how we're going to get to him.
What a roller coaster hunt. You spend a lot of time relying on the dogs while they do the legwork. When we finally got to the line where he was bayed up, that's when the work for us really began. We had to climb through some terrain that was borderline unpassable without rock climbing gear, all to get the lion and have him escape. Fortunately, the dogs got him bayed up again, and I was able to get a shot on him.
Cat is right there. It was up there at the very top of the hat where we shot it, and it fell all the way down here and stopped falling there. I imagine it's got some broken bones. It's crazy how calm the dogs are now that it's dead. And they were wound up when it was alive. And they started all the way at the very bottom of that and went around, up that cut, up over the top, all the way around this rim and came all the way around here. We'd still be trying to hike that if that was us doing that walk. We just came straight up from the bottom and that about killed us. Well, there it is. Mountain lion on the ground. It's not the biggest cat that you guys kill by no means, but
Yeah.
I've never done it before. I'm tickled to death. So.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's a mature cat. By looking at its teeth, it's probably right around 4 years old. So it's a mature cat.
Crazy. A little bigger than my house cat.
Yeah, a little bit.
Thank you very much, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, you want a great cat hunt? Give Ash and the guys a call. Chris put us on them. We did a good job today. Getting up here, and I gotta put this thing down. We got them.
What an amazing experience. From watching the dogs work, navigating the terrain in the winter weather, sitting here now at the end, I truly have a newfound appreciation for hunting with hounds and everything that goes into it. The houndsman, the dogs, and the pursuit. This is a hunt I truly will never forget.